When I see your face, I see wrinkles, children that look like you. So where does that leave us?
When I see your face, I see wrinkles and children that look like you. So where does that leave us? What are you thinking about?
I don't think I'm very good at my job anymore.
We promised them love.
But the math doesn't add up.
Why does anyone even get married?
Because they're lonely. And because they're hopeful.
The feelings. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Buddy. I'm your host Josh Blumenkrantz, and today I am reviewing Celine Song's latest film, Materialists. So the story is about a matchmaker living in New York City in today's society, and she runs into an old boyfriend played by Chris Evans, and she meets a wealthy billionaire played by Pedro Pascal. And I gotta say, Dakota Johnson really impressed me in this movie. She is giving such a grounded, very deep performance that's very honest, very realistic in the world of love. And I just love what the message of this movie is in terms of like how it relates to what we think about what love is. Like, what is love? What do we want it to look like? What are we looking for? Why do we want to be married? All of these impose just such amazing conversation, and I'm ready to dive a little deeper into it. So first, I have to say, I'm very impressed that Celine Song made a movie right after Past Lives, a movie that got nominated for an Oscar for picture and screenplay. And while it has similar themes, it's kind of not, just because it deals with these three people who are played by, Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal, leading people in their own movies and franchises and other films that are just killing it right now in a way that's more grounded, more laid back, very casual, but has a lot of history in it. But at the end of the day, this movie is basically the exploration of a love triangle. You have three people that are from completely different worlds. You have Dakota Johnson, who's playing a matchmaker. Chris Evans is a kind of struggling actor living in New York. And you got Pedro Pascal, who's this billionaire who doesn't really know how to love and is looking for his special someone. So, you have all these different backgrounds, and it's kind of interesting, like in today's society, like you're wondering, like, who do you want to be with? Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for someone who is tall? Are you looking for someone who has like a lot of money? Like, why? What is your criteria? And it's very interesting, especially for a retired business like matchmaking, which you don't really see that much anymore. It's like you're hiring someone to look for that special someone for you, which is very different than how we kind of do it with like the apps and everything. It's a different ball game now in love. So I mentioned Dakota Johnson before, and she really gives such a solid performance. She is like the anchor between these two men and just this overall story. Like, the levels that she goes to is kind of unlike anything I've ever seen her before in. Like, she's come a long way from like the 50 Shades of Grey franchise. I loved her in Our Friend. I thought that was her best performance until this. Like, this is just so much for her to play with. Like, it's such a very grounded story. She's just like trying to find someone herself, even though she doesn't want to admit it. But also, she cares so much about her clients and just like the evolution of her character throughout the story and like who she wants to be with. It's beautiful to see. And also, I have to say, Chris Evans, my God, Captain America, make it happen, Captain. This guy, like, I've always known he was a great actor too, because I loved him in Snowpiercer, and like, he's good in like the Avengers movies and Marvel movies, of course. But like, this is just, I like seeing him as like this basic guy who's struggling, trying to make ends meet. He works hard, but like, he has like a little bit of a temper, kind of. But like, he just cares so deeply about what he does and the people around him. And I just love seeing Chris Evans just kind of scaled back, playing this everyday dude. It was just really cool to see. And of course, Pedro Pascal, he's always good. The one flaw I have is just like, this movie, I felt like he just needed one more scene just for me to like care about him. But I saw the stuff that he was dealing with, like, he's rich, here he has it all, but he just wants to meet that person that is a perfect match for him. Like, he wants to be with someone that he's looking for that meets all of that criteria. So I like what Pedro was doing, but the real standout like in this movie to me overall, besides these three, Zoe Winters. You may know her from Succession, but like, she Oh my god, there's something that goes on with her character that just like broke me from the inside. Like I was like tearing up, crying. She gives a beautiful performance. I was a true scene stealer. I love what Zoe was doing. Like it was amazing. And I just love the direction of this movie. Like Celine Song captures New York City in such a beautiful way, and just all of these people. Like she really takes her time, slowing down the very intimate scenes. Sometimes there's scenes with just no music, which is a lovely score by Daniel Pemberton, but like she just really like knows how to get focused in on these people's faces, and like you just see the time spent in between takes. She has like these really long takes of like Chris Evans. I'm randomly looking at Dakota Johnson, and I'm just like, oh my god, like this is love. This is love right here. This is yearning. This is the passion. Like I loved all of Celine's direction, and like I mean, from Past Lives to this, she's just killing it right now. The only flaw that I have in Materialist is just the writing a little bit. Like, I just feel like there's not enough balance between certain characters for me to care that much. Just like, because, you know, at the end of the day, you can kind of see where this is kind of going, but I just wanted a little bit more like, oh, like, is this going in a different direction? Like, I didn't get all that. It was just very predictable, but what I love about the screenplay is that it's very honest. It's very realistic. Like this would happen in real life. It doesn't feel too cheesy. It doesn't feel too over the top. Like it feels just right. I just wanted a tiny little bit more, but that's just my own personal opinion. But maybe that's what she was going for with like certain characters. But I still like had a good time. Like I really enjoyed it. Do I see any Oscar potential for this movie? Maybe screenplay, but like it's just so early in the year. I don't think this is gonna repeat like Past Lives was. Like this movie is very good, like, but I just don't know if the critical acclaim or like box office is going to justify it, unlike Past Lives did. So I mean, more to come on that, but yeah, that's just what I think. So my grade on Materialist, I'm going to go with a 9 out of 10. I think it's a very solid film. I actually saw it twice because I loved it that much, and I just needed to see it. I just wanted to see how it played out a second time, and I think it plays even better because there's so much setup from like even in the opening shot of the movie to like the ending shot of the movie. I'm like, oh, Celine knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what to do. She's a cinephile through and through. She just wrote this thing with a plum, just, you know, amid some minor issues that I had. But like just the overall craft of this movie, I just really loved it, and she killed it. Honestly, like I just give me more movies, Celine Song. Even if they're like with 3 people, I don't care. Just give me more films. And that's my review of Materialist. Thank you so much for listening, and if you like what you heard, go and hit the subscribe button on the channel. I greatly appreciate your feedback and your support. And remember, when you go to the movies, bring your buddy and talk about movies. Until next time, bye.